What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you are going to see my next offering here this month, and it is not like my typical big sedans, but it is a true survivor, just like all those sedans. Some of you guys might remember the video that I did of this thing when I got it, and I'm absolutely stoked to be able to bring it to you. This is a 1999 Ford Explorer Eddie Bauer edition, 49,000 miles. Super nice truck, SUV, whatever you want to call it. Gonna do a full walk around, show you this truck. It's a blast from the past. Technically, it's almost like an antique 99. It's hard for me as a millennial to accept that. But 99 was a good year. I was in 4th grade, and hey, it was a great time. Anyways, let's get into this thing, do a full walk around, tell you all about it, price, all the details right here in this video. Let's get going. And here she is, a beautiful 1999 Ford Explorer. This is the Eddie Bauer package, which would have been top of the line for a lot of Ford trucks. You had the F-150s for the Eddie Bauer, Expeditions, Explorers. This, like all the others, top of the line, fully loaded, leather, sunroof, all the good stuff, you know, two-tone, typical Ford 90s era, you know, color combos, white over the gold two-tone. That's a very typical combination for the Eddie Bauers. They had greens, they had reds, but all basically had the champagne color two-tone, and that's, you know, just classic 1990s era Ford, turn of the century, really. This car, you know, these things, it's funny, you don't see these things anymore, and I think the reason you don't see is because these were never meant to be saved. These were never meant to be preserved. They were SUVs. They were 4x4s. They were used, you know, off-road. They were used, abused, and thrown away. And then cash for clunkers did not help anything when it comes to these things. I believe these were the #1 you know, traded in vehicle during that cash for clunkers program. May all those clunkers rest in peace. But this is a very nice 49,000 mile example, loaded up. It's got a lot of equipment in it. It's the right color, and I did a ton of work. Not really a ton of work like it needed a ton of work, but like just typical maintenance stuff that trucks and Fords needed. I did over $4,000 worth of outside retail service work to this truck. You know, just again, I like going above and beyond with these things, and it was all stuff that was needed to be done at this mileage. We did new tires, all new Goodyears, 4-wheel brakes, pads, rotors all the way around, new shocks in the front, new shocks in the back, upper and lower ball joints, new battery, new hood pistons, oil change, alignment, brand new spare tire and wheel, new muffler, a whole bunch of stuff. You know, just, and again, not crazy like this thing was a pile before. It's just, you know, all stuff that typical of these this generation Ford and trucks and whatnot. So no expense was really spared on this one, and you know, it rides and drives just like you would expect it to. You know, for low mileage sorted truck like that, beautiful alloys. So this is, I believe this might be performance white with the beige two-tone, and then the gold stripe. Again, typical of that Eddie Bauer era. And then even the plastic on the bumpers and stuff like that are all matching lower rockers, running boards. This, it's funny, I grew up, oh, this is kind of OCD me. Oh, I even have to pull the plastic off. For all you fans out there that want to go over the merch department, you too can pull the plastic off of Specialty Motorcar plate on my website, shirts and all that stuff. Shameless merch plug. But yeah, you used to see these things everywhere, and you know, these kind of replaced the wagons, the family cars. You know, this was that time frame when SUVs were just kind of starting to really take off. And you know what? It's great because these were my childhood. One of my best friends in high school had one of these, and you know, a lot of memories, and it kind of throws you back. But we're gonna do a full walk around. I'm gonna show you a few little things. Let me get my pointer out and point out a few little flaws. All right, pointer finger engaged. We'll go around and just show you a few little minor, you know, scuffs and scrapes here and there. Nothing too crazy. You can see nice clear headlights, typical for this generation Ford. If these things are left outside, for those to get cloudy, so you can tell that this was garage. Just based off that and a lot of, you know, a few other things that really go to tell the story of the condition. Nice bright chrome, a little bit of a chip right there in that kind of painted inlay of the grille. This is a new bug deflector. The one that was on it when I got it, same exact model, was damaged, had a chip here, and whatever chipped or cracked it also put a little ding in the hood. And I had my paintless dent guy come in and try to take that out, or as much of it out as he could. Kind of a tough spot. You can see a little bit of maybe like a wind burn mark on the paint as well from the other deflector. So because of that, I elected just to put another bug deflector on. Same style, same deflector. Also did get a correct front license plate bracket. Chrome brightwork is in nice shape. Two-tone white paint with the gold lower cladding. A signature Eddie Bauer color combination. Little chip right there in the fender, and a minor little guy right there on the cladding. Actually, another one right there too. Just had brand new Goodyears put on this. Did all new tires around. I actually did 5 new tires, 4 new around, and then a new spare as well. I'll show you that in just a minute, but the paint on this thing is in great shape. The running boards has the lighted running boards with the matching lower cladding color all the way around, even all around to the back bumper, all matching. Ford's signature keyless entry keypad. Even like the door handles in nice shape. A little bit of scuffing you can see right here in the paint. I don't know what kind of rubbed that through here, not through there. It might have been something that just bumped up against it. A little other chips. You can actually see like just kind of weird. I don't know if there was maybe one of those big door edge guards on this thing that somebody took off. Pillars are in nice shape. Sunroof, roof racks. And down the back here, look at these beautiful trees turning color. I did elect to take those mud flaps off. A lot of people were in the comments like, oh, you got to take those off. I left them on until the bitter end, but I did ultimately end up taking those off. All the paint on the doors in nice shape. Another nice Goodyear, new Goodyear, I should say, nice alloy wheel. All the alloy wheels are in great shape on this thing. I think there was only one that had a little chipping on it, not this one. I think it was the passenger front, but brand new Goodyear tires. Let's see the date code, 43rd week of 23. Let's see, nice and clean throughout here. A few little chips here, a couple little minor ones there, and a few right there that were touched up. Inside the gas door, nice and clean. Tail lights, nice and bright. Even the plastic kind of matches the gold, the lower color. Chrome of the bumper is in great shape. Tailgate, nice shape, no major marks or anything like that. Chrome is very, very bright. And underneath there, you can see brand new spare and brand new tire as well. Wheel and tire was missing. I don't know where a spare goes. I think maybe they put the spare on at one point and then took it off and never put it back under the truck because it's got that crank up, you know, spare. It's kind of a pain in the ass, so it's probably in the original owner's garage and they probably never put it back on. Not going far with it, or I don't know, just never got around to it. But so I had to get a new wheel and a new tire. Like I said, I did take those mud flaps off. I do still have them if you want them, but they kind of did look a little goofy. They were big and bulky looking. All the glass is in nice shape. But look at how nice the chrome is there. Those mud flaps probably saved that chrome. Another new Goodyear. Another nice alloy wheel. Look how nice and clean these alloys are. All inside the wheel well. It's nice and clean. It does have a mark here. It looks like something just caught the edge of this and made an impression and kind of put some stress cracking in that cladding piece. Nothing crazy, but enough to catch your attention. It kind of distorted it a little bit there. A little bit of a chip or two down here on the running board. Running board's in nice shape. And lighted running boards. Eddie Bauer. A couple little minor marks, one there, one there. Nothing too crazy otherwise. It does have right here a little ding. My PDR guy couldn't get in there and get that one out. Original tag on the windshield, St. Louis assembly. Must be the original Ford windshield. Stiffy antenna. This wheel arch is in nice shape. This is the wheel that, yeah, down here you can see a spot where there's a little corrosion. Otherwise, really nice shape. Get another new Goodyear. Looks like I've already picked up some stones. Paint on the hood, I think I already mentioned that. It's a nice shape, lights, chrome down here, original fog lights. It does have a bunch of various little chips right here on kind of this, like, I don't know if you want to call those bumperettes, but that's what they're kind of impersonating. A few little light scratches and chips are out there, but all in all, this is a really nice, I would call this a survivor. I mean, I know all you old school car guys are going to be like, oh, it's not a survivor, it's a 99. But, you know, think of these things. They were used, abused, and trashed. Cash a clunk is gone. And this one is a nice 49,000 mile survivor. So if this is a throwback to you, let me know down in the comments. Who in your family had one? Somebody you knew had one of these things. Either this or the Mercury, what was the Mercury version? The Mercury Mountaineer? Yeah, same thing, Mercury emblems. But all right, let's take a look on the inside now. All right, diving on in on this Ford Explorer. You can see a beautiful, I think they call this medium prairie or just like prairie tan color. Nice clean door jams. You can see the Ford tag there, but no rust in the jams of this one. Super clean. Does have some wear on this rubber here. This one right here came apart. I don't know if it's from someone sliding in and out. Oddly though, the seat's not all beat up. So I don't know how that happens. But all the weather stripping otherwise is all in nice shape, nice and soft. Door jams, nice and clean. All the switch panels, switch plates are in great shape. You have your lock and unlock, mirrors, window lockout. Clean inside here. Nice Eddie Bauer stitching on the seats. You know, nice soft leather, like the bolsters. I mean, a little bit of crinkling, you know, wear here, but not like you typically see. And these kind of have like real, I don't want to say high bolsters, but you know, they kind of keep you in a little bit. Dual power on both sides with tilt, manual recline, and a crank wheel for the lumbar. All the carpeting is in nice shape. Has the original little catch there. But super clean there. Get in and show you the steering wheel in just a minute. Now I thought maybe the running board lights had went out because I know they were coming on before, but they don't come on if the truck is running. Only once you shut it off and you open the doors, they come on, which Kind of doesn't make any sense, but whatever. All the interior lights work. Jams over here, nice and clean. All clean throughout here. All the little striker bushings are intact. Rear seat back pockets, a little kind of stretchy. I think they had a whole bunch of stuff jammed in here. Although it's not an elastic, it feels like just like a piece of plastic that's in there. But the carpeting, look how nice the carpeting is all throughout here. This wasn't like a kid's truck by any means. It had to be an older couple who just really took great care of it. Leather's in great shape. And these seats fold down. I'll fold the other side down when I get around there. Pop the hatch. Probably has, yeah, popping rear glass as well. I've actually never opened it, but you can tell because it's dirty in here, but has a nice little opening hatch. Close that down. All inside here is super clean. I only have 2 floor mats. I don't know why, 2 front floor mats. You can see a little bit of a heel mark there on the driver's side, but clean underneath the mats on both sides there. Has a little cargo hold downs. The lug wrench is in here, and then the tools for the spare tire are under the back seat. An extra power door lock switch. All the headliner is in phenomenal shape. Plastics, again, not all bleached out. All the rubber, super nice throughout. So you caught a pine needle. Even the jams in here, clean. Door panel on the gate isn't all beat up. Like a lot of times you see the SUVs with stuff banging around in the back, which obviously you can tell not much has, you know, been back here. A few little light marks, but nothing crazy. You know, my wife's car, she got stuff in the back and it scars up the rear tailgate plastic, but nice pull handle here. All the jam here. It's nice and clean. Just a real clean little rig. Here. Nice clean jams over here. And all the weather stripping is nice. This was a Wisconsin truck, and it did spend some time in Arizona. I think that's why it's so clean. I don't know if they were retirees and they brought the vehicle back and forth, but it was in their ownership. There's like a little grease spot or something that I must have missed getting off. But look at how nice the leather is. And I mean, soft and supple leather. You know, it's not like a D-Elegance interior, but it is quite nice. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Probably not. Nope. Hold on. All right, we're gonna fold that down. Well, I can see how easily that would rip if you aren't careful. And underneath here, those are the tools there for the rear spare tire hoist. And then obviously that side flips down as well. These headrests kind of like do this fold down motion, and you can pop them up. I kind of got them just looking good like that. And seat back pockets, carpeting super clean in here. Pretty cool. This has got like volume controls. You can put, you know, headphones in here. You can also do fan speed, probably if the climate control is on. Little fold out cup holders. Looks like that's all never been used. Look how nice and clean that is. Even like the cloth fabric on the sides of the seats here, nice shape, you know, not all stained up from kids. Yeah, it makes a big difference, you know, these SUVs, even like the station wagons that I like to collect, getting one that wasn't a kid's wagon. And I say that now as I have a daughter, but we want to get the nice ones and we want to ruin them ourselves, right? Just kidding, just kidding. Nice door panels here. Even in like these high traffic plasticky areas, you usually see that stuff kind of chipping off on these. Real nice shape. Explorer door sills, all the gaskets, nice. With the Eddie Bauer leather. Again, just super soft. You know, just real nice leather in this truck. Even the center console, I know these things are typical to show wear. You have 2 cup holders. You do have a little tissue box there. Little change tray or catch-all there, and then all the buttons. Get into that in a second. You have a auxiliary port there. Little piece of fuzz. Carpet is nice over here. Dual power seats, and again, manual recline and lumbar. Get into the glove box in a second. Dashboard, it's nice. All the headliners, super nice on this one. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel, this is where I typically show you all the keys and books that I have. Now, I'm lacking a little bit there for right now. Right now, I only have 1 key and fob, but I am getting another key and fob made tomorrow for it. So it will come with 2 keys, 2 fobs, and I didn't realize it didn't have owner's manuals either. So I have also ordered owner's manuals. They will be here in 2 days. So it will come with all the books, 2 sets of keys. You know how I like to do that. We'll start it up here. $49,515 miles. And that's a 6-digit odometer. Oh yeah, the auto lights are up here. It took me a while last time to figure that out on the auto dimming mirror. But there were some other cool things that I decided to leave in here. Some solar shield, old lady sunglasses. Please no one take offense to my verbiage here. A magnifying glass I found under the back seat. A whole bunch of business cards for Akimbo Acres, growers and shippers of Christmas trees, wreaths, garland, roping, hand-picked bows, and supplies. I feel like these might have been the people who owned this car, you know, previous to maybe their passing. I'm not sure. And then, if you remember, I did find a Blockbuster Hollywood video membership card, the security certified official police notebook. That I can't go home without one of those. This was an oil change slip I think I found. Yeah, these are the same people. RB Samulda. Let's see, what was this for? Tire rotation. And maybe an oil change. This is at 32,000 miles back in 08. Safeway Auto, Kenosha, Wisconsin. And these are just my slips, which I'll go over those in a minute. You can do like all types of resets and system checks. Oil life okay, oil life 92%, oil level okay, voltage okay, engine temp, washer fluid, very 1990s. This is like super cool but very archaic. Climate control, digital, just like this is like just like the Lincolns. Cold AC, warm and hot heat. The radio screen now works. I actually fixed that myself. I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. Pretty common failure, I guess, on these. What would happen is a few of the solder joints on the power board would need to be reflowed. So I took that out, disassembled it, reflowed those. Rear window defrost, fog lights, rear wiper. You have your auto, high, low, 4x4, cigarette lighter, never been used. And then you got, you know, your overdrive. And this steering wheel is, you know, typical of the Fords of the era. Nice black leather-wrapped wheel. You have all the buttons, same as the town cars, but all in great shape. I mean, look at zero wear on those buttons. And that's usually a spot that you see a lot of that. Let's see if we can put the dimmer up here. Do have a power sunroof with sunshade. And in here, get how to do this. Oh yeah, other than my phone charger, there is a 6-disc CD changer, little coin holder. And to get into here, simply pull this guy out and there's your Kleenex box. I couldn't find a Kleenex box this size, so decided to leave the box in there in case anybody couldn't find it. just maybe refill that one. But just out of nostalgia. Let's pop the hood. Under the hood here, you got a 4-liter 6-cylinder. I know it's not a V8, you know, beggars can't be choosers, but it's a super, super clean, smooth running 4-liter 6-cylinder. Brand new battery and clean and tidy under here. It did have the harness recall done for the cruise control. Very, very clean. All the fluids are topped off. Tidy under here. You know, a little bit of dirt and buildup on the insulation pad, but nothing too crazy. But very, very nice. You know, not crusty and gross and rusty. Just nice and clean. Survivor. Usually show you trunks, but we don't have a trunk, so take it for a spin. All right, well, I can't get on the lift, so I am going to run over my camera, and hopefully that gives you a good indication of what the bottom of this truck looks like. All right, now we're gonna take this thing on a little road trip back to the shop. And away we go. You know, driving this thing, I tend to think to myself, well, who's gonna be the buyer of this truck? And I don't know, that's a good question, because I don't know who's out there looking to buy 1999 Ford Explorers, but I see them on Bring a Trailer all the time. So there's got to be some fellow millennial nostalgia-lights like myself who just think this is the coolest thing to cruise around in and are buying them. And this is a beautiful example to acquire. You know, like I said, these things just they don't exist anymore. The world is full of Kia Tellurides and GMC Yukons and new Explorers that make this thing look like a Smurf, like a dwarfed Smurf of a sized Explorer. It's crazy how they've gotten bigger as well, but you know, everything's gotten bigger. You know, even small trucks aren't small anymore. They're decent sized trucks. All right, let's take it out on the highway. Engaged and working. Shut that off. Horn works. Horn feels like, oh, maybe I was expecting more of a manly horn, but I figured if this is an Explorer, I don't know where the horn, how manly the horn should be in an Explorer. Anyways, so that's a Ford Explorer, a Survivor 4x4. This is a 4x4. 4-liter V6 Ford Explorer. Go down the punch list of things I did again. 5 new tires, 4 new tires on the truck, and then the spare. The spare was missing, so I got a new Ford wheel, steel wheel, and a brand new tire mounted on that. All new shocks all the way around, all new pads and rotors all the way around. Upper and lower ball joints, similar to the Lincolns. The boots just deteriorate on these things. The ball joints weren't worn out. I think 1 or 2 of them had a little bit of play in them. But the boots were ripped, so all new ball joint boots, new battery, oil change, hood pistons, new bug deflector. I am going to get a second set of keys, new muffler. Might be missing something. Oh, that's the other thing that this thing has. It has this weird... There is a message there somewhere.
Hey, Eddie, did you get your schedule? Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you. Yes, I did get my schedule, Dad. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know who would use that, but very, very 1990s and very, very cool nonetheless. I remember, I think I had years ago a GMC Yukon, not a Yukon, but maybe it was an Envoy Denali or something that had something similar up in the overhead console, which is just crazy. But no, the 90s were a great time. This was kind of the end of cool vehicles. Any questions on this Explorer, give me a call, 978-930-1004. Like I always say, don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. I can ship it anywhere. I shipped this baby out of Wisconsin, got it here at my shop, and now it's ready to go wherever she needs to go. Whether you need a 4x4 for the winter time, might be a little nice for that, but it is what it is. Or you just, want a cool nostalgia, weekend drive. I don't know what. I'm excited to find out whoever is going to buy this truck for me, what they're going to use it for, because it's a throwback. And with this being my generation, I grew up around these. I feel nostalgia just driving around in it. So I'm excited to see. Price on this Explorer is going to be $11,995. And with that, again, any questions, 978-930-1004. Check me out on specialtymotorcars.net is my website. You can see all the still pictures of this Eddie Bauer Ford Explorer. I give you all the details and stuff like that. Also, check me out on all my socials, as they call it. Instagram, Specialty Motorcars NH, and on Facebook, Specialty Motorcars here in Pelham, New Hampshire.